The Talking Leeds podcast, match reaction with Arron Marshall and Gerry McNamee.
Good morning and welcome to Talking Leeds match reaction. Game week number 1, Leeds United 1, Everton 0 with myself, Arron Marshall, and Mr. Gerry McNamee. I'm a little bit horsey, so I need to apologise. Singing. I predict a riot till 10:30 at night isn't a good idea. But good morning, Gerry. What a game, what a start. We're off to a winning start.
Yeah. Did you sleep much last night? I
No.
went to sleep by 1:30. I was up at about 7, and I was dreaming. I'm thinking we're probably going to win the Premier League now, aren't we? Not getting carried away, but I think we probably will after that. No, it was an excellent start. A win was vital. You know, it could easily have been a draw. It was a penalty. It could easily have been a draw, which would have been a disappointment because we were much the better team. They are poor. You know, there's no doubt about that. They're a poor team, but we're in the Premier League, and you're up against maybe stronger defenses, but I was surprised how much space there was for us. Maybe we created that ourselves, but a great result. Was it a pen or not? I've seen it back, and I don't know. I don't care. Yeah, it possibly may be harsh, but he leaned into it and hit him on the arm. You know, he went towards it. It wasn't a natural position, but I really don't care, and I think we deserve it. And a bit disappointed Pascal didn't take it. I had a couple of quid on him first goal, as he normally takes pens, but never mind. Throughout the team, we'll talk about the team individuals, but I thought we put in a shift. The crowd, the atmosphere, the Premier League tune interrupts marching on together and all that. We'll get used to it. Yeah. And more signings coming in. It's 3 points on the board. We probably need another 35 to be sure. All that stuff comes across mind. There's some great stats from last night. Johnny Cooper stats, and not for me. He said Nemecha's first penalty was the first debutant to score a penalty since Percy Whip in 1922. Wow. I think if you said Percy Whip, I wouldn't Google that because you didn't know what you come up with Percy Whip. I like what Farker said. He said with that penalty, Nemecha repaid every pound we didn't spend on him, was what Farker said. I like that. And I like what Farker said. He says, we're not going to park the bus or put the ball over the stand into the river. You know, we look good. And, players stepped up. Who, we thought, Will Tanaka, brilliant in the championship. Yeah, he was good last night. I thought I thought his link player was excellent. Pascal, who, he's not going to be Bijol when he comes back, but he put his hand up. And what else? The goalkeeper, that throw in the second half into his own half. Has to maybe do a bit of work on his kicking, but he made a save, which, maybe it's not fair to have a go at Melia, but maybe in the near post he thought might have gone under him. So that is the sort of things that are going around my head. But just general atmosphere, and anybody's at the game, and if anybody goes woo to you this morning, you'll know what I mean. What was that about, Everton?
It was embarrassing. I don't know what it was.
That's all I could hear. Woo! Yeah, I was with an Evertonian last night. He wasn't happy. He was a bit disappointed. Yeah, and greasy Jack Grealish, the Irish traitor scumbag. Didn't get a look in, really. But I'm over it.
No, he didn't get a look, did he? I'll tell you what I was impressed with last night. Goodmanson, for me, at left-back, looked really strong. He looks quite capable and solid. Bogle, as you said, was a bit rusty. Tanaka, brilliant. The only one for me, my only little nitpick was Pirou. I think he was a little... It's going to be controversial, this, I know, but I think he looks a little bit out of his depth for me.
I totally disagree with you on that.
Really? For me, he went missing, Gerry. And...
Maybe
they should have seized opportunities, especially at this level.
I thought you watch it again, and his little flicks, passes. I thought he was getting people involved in the game. I thought he played well. He had one shot. Yes, we could have maybe put more away, but I thought he played well. So hey, well, first to scream in the air.
I know.
Love you.
Is he better as a 10 than as a outright number 9? That's where I'm coming from with this, because he just, for me, went a little bit missing, but it is what it is. We have to agree to disagree, don't we?
Yeah. No, I thought he did okay. I mean, if you look at it as the team came out, I think we spoke last week, the right back position would Bogle be fit and who'd be the third midfielder. And I think it was good to see Bogle. I thought he was a bit rusty early on, which he hasn't played for a couple of weeks. But he battled and he got into it. And I think what was good last night was a few crunching tackles. There was, and we never give up. We were on them the whole time. I thought Rodon, as I said last week, he's totally stepped up. And Beto, I forgot, was on the pitch. Thought Pascal there was a couple of corners right under the crossbar, and he won them. Goodman, he is a good sign. And Ampadu, just chasing after him. Long throw expert now, really. That was a crunching tackle. I'll have to watch that back, and it was a worry. Hopefully he's not too, because he played on for a while after it, but he was a captain. Stack, I suppose he wasn't as dominant as he was against AC Milan, but he still looks talent, and he had the shot that brought the penalty. Tanaka, I noticed one stage Tanaka just with his hip knocked an Everton player over, and he looked comfortable. Pirro, yes, we've discussed. I thought he played well. Maybe faded a bit. Dan James and Willie worked hard. I think Willie was he was winning a lot of balls that got into space. Still worked on. And the subs, interesting. Jack Harrison looks like he's staying. He can stay if he's going to put $2,000 behind the bar every week. That was a very interesting move. My thoughts is, if you're putting money behind the bar and you're coming on as a sub, you're staying. Or unless something happens in the meantime. And then the subs who come on, I thought Gruev was busy again. He had 6 touches and he cleaned up one Everton defender, and he took the balls to take the penalty. And for a striker to get a goal, it's good. Longstaff, we saw a brief cameo. And overall, I was surprised Barnell, whatever his name is. He was on the bench because he hasn't played at all. So a strong bench, more players to come in. Harry Gray was sitting beside us in the stand, and behind him was Calvin and Liam Cooper. And
Calvin, I heard they were both there.
When Ampadu went down, I turned around to Calvin and gave him the warm up, and he did smile. So everybody was happy. I was happy with the team, and we looked skillful and physical, and there'll be harder games, but 3 points to start. We're in 7th place, whatever that means at this stage.
Stop the league, finish the league. We're going on a European tour, Gerry.
I said 4 points out of these 3 games would be good. Toughest away game we can have on Saturday at Arsenal, but it's a good start.
I want to touch on what Colin said here. He says, I thought Nonto was busy last night. I thought he played brilliantly, did Nonto. That front three. James maybe went a little bit missing, but it was fine. He did the job. But do you know what I was quite impressed with, Gerry? The minute that whistle went, we went for it. We got stuck in. And for 65 minutes, it was just pure Leeds dominance, wasn't it? And you have to give credit to Daniel Fatt because he got it right. The subs made the impact which he needed to do. You could see they were tiring and he needed to change it up, and he got it absolutely bang on the money, did Daniel Fatt. So well done to him. And I just want to touch on Jack Harrison because he got a few boos. You don't boo your own player, Leeds fans. Stop doing it. He's clearly wanting to get everybody drunk by giving lots of money to local pubs, which is fine. But I think he looked all right when he came on, if I'm being honest. I think if he keeps doing that, it'll be absolutely fine.
He was busy. He was, and Brendy come on, and they were just they come on as fresh pair of legs, and while not doing anything spectacular, they were getting in Everton's faces, and there was a lot of little pass and link play, and that especially when we went to goal up, they managed the game well. So them coming in late on is good, and if Jack stays, he stays. If he goes, good luck to him. But he doesn't. I think okay. He maybe needs to come out and say something possibly. I don't know, but as I said, Leeds were going to sell him, and then they give him a contract, and he went to Everton and didn't do so well. I think they probably don't want him either. So he's a Premier League player. So give him support, and if he gets a goal or anything, that's all forgotten about. Brendan came back and did his penance as well, and it's business football. We got to get over it. Like I got over Jack Grealish.
Brendan, when
I
he
did shout something which I'm not proud of at him when he came on, but you
Gerry.
know, I apologise to all around me.
Yeah, but Brendan did Brendan things, didn't he, when he came on?
Yeah, he was. He
It's
lost
just
the
Brendan
ball. He was
things.
buzzing, but he's safe out in the wing. I think that's his place. Don't have him in midfield as a regular, but
No.
he'll do a job for us. It's a squad game. I mean, that squad that was there last night. It's going to have a different look in the middle of September. I say, Okafor that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, no, Okafor. It seems that one's done,
Yeah.
Gerry. 20 million quid AC man. I think you saw him against Leeds in Dublin, didn't you? I think it was.
Yeah, I didn't notice him. I wasn't really looking out for him, but he. I was just looking up. He Red Bull. Yeah, I think with we've always done well. Red Bull players. He got 39 appearances and 7 goals for AC Milan. He went on loan to Napoli last season, but was seen as a unnecessary extra. Only played 4 games. And Napoli won the league, so he's. Yeah, I think he's rated, and bring it on. New signing, new toy. We got Calvin, DCL,
Dominic
as we call him.
Calvert-Lewin.
Or ACL, DCL, whatever we call him. He was never going to be in the squad last night. He's had no pre-season at all. So, and maybe after the international break in September, we'll see him. You would have thought a few of those balls buzzing around last night in the box. You know, big striker coming in and finishing it. Pickford played well. You know, he
did.
He made him a couple of good saves, and you know that early goal could have changed it. But a win's a win, and we're on the board. And it was an awkward weekend because we're watching everybody start, especially Sunderland. We're thinking, oh, they're rivals, but you look at all our other rivals. Everton last night, who weren't great. Brentford, Wolves. I think West Ham will be down there. Possibly Bournemouth. I don't know. So we're ahead of them already. So that's all we got to do. That's our mini league.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And as I say, with the first, I've seen a great stat as well flying around social media this morning. The first championship winner in 17 years to be in their opening Premier League game since Sunderland in 2008, 2007 or whatever it is. So crazy that, isn't it? But to get over the line, it's so important for us. And on to Arsenal, as you say.
Yeah. One downside, though, I was shocked. I usually park at the car park beside McDonald's. It was £6 2 years ago. Went up to £8 last year. 12 quid last night.
Whoa!
I think that's Leeds Council rather than Leeds, but that's a disgrace. You're really ripping off. It's easy money ripping off the fans. It's disgusting. 12 quid. There's one further down past the petrol station's a tenner, so I'll be going there. I just hate being ripped off.
Yeah, I tell you what, I did see as well, walking down through Lowfields Tunnel of Lowfields Road. You got the square ball kind of merchandise under there, but I saw more of the little pop-up stalls which were hanging around. And I thought, this is the Premier League, isn't it? There's more of these little things to buy, things to look at, more scarves, more pictures and prints and things like that. But
half and half scarves.
I think I saw Pickford on one of them, and it wasn't half and half. It was Everton, Pickford, and then Perry on the other one. No, it's a bit crazy that, but it's the Premier League for you, isn't it? And the little drone, that bloody drone, Gerry, walking down. There was a drone. Literally, I was walking down Lowfields Road, and this drone was it's so loud, buzzing around. I thought, God, don't need this. It's the Premier League.
That's it. And we're going to be more scrutiny because normally, if that was a championship game, it mightn't even get a mention on the media. But this morning, all over the radio, I've got Sky on here above me. It's mentioned it a few times. So we're under that level of scrutiny. But I think everybody saw and heard any comments I've had said, what an atmosphere. That was electric, and it really was. The full house as well, and every game is going to be like, which it has been for a long time. Every game, and under the lights, everything was great about it. It was just a continuation of last season. Will there be tougher games ahead? You know, could struggle on Saturday, but we got to embrace everyone and think we're not looking to win 40 games this year. It'd be great. Well, it won't be 40 games. We're not going to win 30 games, but win 10. And a few draws. We're okay. And
this is the thing. We win 11 more now. That's it. It's done. We're up and we're safe and secure, and 17th is secure.
I saw an interview with Morate on Sky before, and he said, more business to be done. I think it'll be for once we'll have a busy deadline day, which is always exciting. I saw a picture of Angus Kinnear as well on social media leaving. Give him a break. He's all right. He's all right.
Yeah.
And have a thought for poor Adam Pope, Evertonian, and he had to call that and be excited. That's a hard one, but as always, good quality from Pope. He was good.
Yeah, it's good
and
value,
everybody's
isn't it?
happy with the world. We're such a fickle lot. If we'd drawn or lost that one last night, can you imagine? Well, it'd be different scenarios.
It'd be absolutely carnage, meltdown, Farcow, all that sort of stuff, and it'd have been put Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Where's Bamford? It'd have been a nightmare. But
I wonder where is Bamford. Yeah,
I don't know where he is. But it was interesting because I was listening to Radio Leeds as I walked down to the ground yesterday, and they were calling saying, "Where's he going to go? Is he going to go to the MLS?" The guy's on 70 grand a week or whatever it is. He doesn't need to go anywhere. So I think everybody would do exactly the same.
Yeah, we need to have the clear out of a few players who aren't going to get there. I mean, it was great to see Joffrey get a goal at the weekend, and hopefully Sam Greenwood. I think he's still there. There's a couple of others who probably won't get in the squad, and maybe time just to clear. But there will be movement. Somebody says there, will we be able to keep all our wingers happy? You know, because. I suppose Ramazani's thinking, oh, Jack Harrison's getting on in front of me, you know. So maybe it was because we were looking to be tight. I don't know. So there's a lot of going on, but big squad needed. And we'll.
Anything else then, Gerry, in terms of incomings? Then that we need, obviously Okafor's coming in. It's done. Where else do you think that we need to strengthen? Then.
Well, we probably still need a striker. You know, probably. I don't know, midfielder. Yeah, a full back is mentioned. James Justin at Leicester is one. I mean, I think he got an England squad a few years ago, but got a bad injury. And talking to me Leicester friends, they said great player, but never quite the same after the injury. But you know, he putting in the effort last year like a lot of Leicester players. It's probably someone who we need that backup for full back, because I think Isaac Schmidt will be on the move. I don't think he was even on the bench last night. I'm looking to know he wasn't. So I think Sam Byron will be covered there. But yeah, we need another full back in there. I think Tanganga was mentioned, who was at Millwall. I liked him. He was at Spurs, and he'd be someone that maybe over James Justin James, whatever his name is. I'm always worried about people with two Christian names as a name.
And Nunes as well.
Nunes scored on Saturday, didn't he? So that wasn't good.
He's never coming now. Never.
No, I think Fulham are saying they want him to stay. I don't think we'll see that. And El Canuse, this Palace has been mentioned because Isaiah's going to go to Spurs. So it's like a domino effect. You know, Isaac leaves Newcastle, which he will, and that'll open. They'll buy a couple of players. It'll all move around, and then we'll see a lot of movement. So where are we today? The 19th of August. We've got a couple of weeks, which it's funny. I'm always sad when the transfer window closes, because you like to just open up and say, oh, all of a sudden somebody says it, Adam Pope or Fabrizio, whatever his name is, Romanio says it, and I think, I think it's in there. It's
interesting. Arsenal fans jumped in. Is an Arsenal fan? Yes, you're all welcome. You can.
I don't like Declan Rice. Just for the just for the record, I've had a double header this week. Yeah, with both of those. Yeah, you know the history. Both Irish internationals that went for the money. Yeah, not nice. And he's got a head like a horse. He does. I really don't like him. I think both of them, they're my two least favorite players.
Yeah.
But I'm consistent in that.
You are. I'll give you your due there. Arsenal for you then, Gerry, at the weekend. You looking forward to a trip to the Emirates?
Yeah, I'm going down on Saturday, 5:30 kickoff. Anything's a bonus from this game. It's a tough one. If we get a draw, great. If we lose, don't be disheartened, Leeds. It's a toughie. But after watching last night, I don't see why we shouldn't be competitive and get it. I'll snap your hand off for a draw now. Yeah, I really would.
Agree.
Great stadium to go to, and lots of trips to London this year. We're in with the big crowd now, so let's enjoy it. Let's embrace it, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we nick something from this early days. I haven't watched the Man U game back yet. From
Arsenal were
Sunday.
lucky, Jerry. If I'm being honest, I think
Keeper made
Man
a
City
mistake,
might
didn't
look
he?
all right. Yeah, they were a little bit unfortunate. It pains me to say it, but they were a little bit unlucky with Manchester United at the weekend. I thought any other day they'd have probably snatched a draw out of it, but yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? But
yeah, and it's mad when you look at some of the. I mean, I looked at Forest Brentford the other day. Forest are paying 40 million for Amari Hutchinson, who's a good player with Ipswich, and he was good when the promotion. And okay, that's 40 million. That's
too
a lot
much. It's
of
the
money
Premier
for
League
a player.
tax.
Yeah, it's a lot of money for a player, who's done okay. He's a decent player, but if I was getting him for 15 million, I'd say great, but 40 million. They got McAtee, and I think Forest will probably be okay.
Yeah.
I think Palace will be okay. Those teams, but they're the sort of teams that could just have a European campaign and, we're looking around us. But as I said to someone last night, let's not worry about everybody else. Let's just concentrate on our own. And we got a good start. Fans, incredible. Few good, interesting signs around. I saw a sign in the South Stand saying South Stand for Leeds fans. I think that was directed at the board if they think they're putting fans in there. A lot of talk about the new stand and everything where we'd be. I still like that pillar where the midfielder hides behind when I'm in the West Stand. I'd like the West Stand stay. I like it. I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, we progress and we get another 20,000 in. Can you imagine what it's going to be like? We got a lot to be happy about. And yeah, just let's keep going. Let's hope by September we're mid-table and we're or above.
Kick on.
Yeah. And then we win the Premier League from there. Yeah.
Well, who know? We're in it. We're joint top.
Oh, definitely going to win it. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we will.
Why not?
I wonder what odds are we? We're definitely not 5,000 to 1. Probably.
We're still one of the bookies' favourites to go down, which it really baffles me because when I watched Brentford and they were absolutely shocking. Keith Andrews, what a great manager, by the way, Jaron. I know he's great. Keith Andrews is doing a fantastic job at Brentford, but all we need is 3 teams to be worse than us, and I think Brentford will be. I think West Ham will par.
One of the things about being promoted and a lot of discussion and pundits, you realise pundits they've never watched Leeds. I heard a couple on Radio 5 the other day, and they were saying, Leeds, they were, Burnley were dead tight. Leeds were like basketball, back and forward. We score one, you score one. I thought, hang on a second, we didn't concede for about 8 games, dominated all teams. They're just talking rhetoric and what they're hearing elsewhere. But there's too much noise, too many pundits. You can predict we're going down. It doesn't mean anything. We all do predictions. It doesn't mean anything.
You've got to remember as well, Gerry, it's a completely different team from last season. The physicality in there, with the team of giants, as well.
We have. We were physical last night. We were physical, and Sunderland stay up with us. Good luck to them. Big teams like you've seen the support there as well. You want big teams like that who can generate 40, 50,000 fans. It's fantastic. So, other teams like Brentford, maybe they've had their moment. We've seen it before with Southampton. They constantly produced players and sold them on and produced more, and then it just dries up at a stage. So
it does.
You got to, but that's for them to worry about. We're 1-0. We're 3 points in. First game, clean sheet, fantastic crowd, and played well, and more players to come in. And as it sits this morning, it's nice. It's okay. Let's enjoy it for a few days. Sheffield Wednesday next Tuesday as well. And that'll be interesting going to that ground. Yeah,
they're all boycotting apparently as well, aren't they? The Sheffield Wednesday fans, so they don't want to go.
Yeah.
Well, Leeds fans can check it out.
I mean, bias aside, let's hope a big club like that survives. I mean, it's delighted for Morecambe that they've survived. Not a big club, if you like, but this is community. This is people's. You support your team, and so I'm delighted for Morecambe are survived. We don't need teams going down, and no. But let's stuff them next week.
Let's get through to the third round.
There's some interesting stuff in the Championship, Sheffield United and all that. But hey, that's just on the periphery. Something you look at when you've watched all the Premier League stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you can and bookmark lots of your Twitter pages as well, because I'm sure, it's quite funny watching them all meltdown. But
Yeah, I know I've got Leicester fans who I text and they've bookmarked everything I've said to them. I've been dead patronising, saying, well done. Nice. Oh, great. The championship started. Well done. Yeah, I'll get it all back next year, but you got
yeah,
to enjoy it while you can.
absolutely. Well, Gerry, thanks a lot. It's a good one, that one. Leeds are back and up in the Premier League, and we got on to a winning start. And it's woo! It's time
Yeah.
to woo! We'll
What
see
was
you on the
that?
next one.
What was
Woo!
that about?
Do you want to do a woo, Gerry?
Woo!
Woo! We'll see you on the next one.